Who's got something left to say?
You got me bent out of shape.
What's going on?
Man, welcome back to Bent Outta Shape.
Welcome back, baby.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
I'm Anthony Barr.
I'm Eric. Eric Kendricks, that is.
That's correct. We got some good stuff today.
We got
man.
another Eric.
We got some good stuff. We got our boy E. Willie, Eric Wilson. He'll be joining us here.
E.
shortly.
Willie. E. Willie and the Billy.
Very excited to speak with him. He has a great perspective on everything. actually.
Honestly, like one of the most positive people that I've ever met, but not in the like annoying
It's not fake.
yeah, it's not like manufactured. It's like true, but it's like not in that annoying fucking like, you know.
No, I
You know
100%.
what I
It's,
mean? Like,
yeah,
how
yeah.
can I explain that?
Well, you have to know him to know what we're talking
It's like real. It's real. So
He's
it's
a
like
jolly guy, 24/7. And that's what makes him our friend. But first and foremost, it is bent out of shape. So I have a question, man. What has you bent out of shape today?
honestly, like, so me and my mom growing up, we had this like little routine where when we went grocery shopping, we would try to tally up the groceries as we put them in the cart. And we would try to get as close to the price as we could at the end of the shopping trip. So like when we're checking out, what do you think, how much do you think it is? And we would try to get as close as possible. So I got really good at like, now to this day, when I put groceries in the cart, I still kind of do that in my mind.
Yep.
And dude, I'll leave the grocery store with 3 bags of groceries and it's like $250.
What are you shopping?
My kids eat organic now.
Of course they do. I mean,
I'm blessed enough to be able to afford groceries. I'm blessed
Grass-fed.
enough to have these organic foods on my table. So I'm not taking that for granted. But 3 groceries for $250 is just like, groceries are
No.
outlandish right now.
wait until they get a little bigger and you're feeding really like some real humans, not just.
I'm gonna just-
like,
I'm gonna start
cerebral.
I'm gonna start having some zucchinis in my yard pretty soon.
Oh, that'll.
I'm gonna have some honey in my yard. I'm gonna have some chickens.
Look at all those chickens.
What's got you bent out of shape?
Oh, well, for me today, what has me bent out of shape is this wedding guest list.
Okay.
It's getting close to the wedding date, and
Are people offended?
people are offended, and I'm offended that they're offended. Kinda. I get it. But we have only so many people we can invite, and I'm not here to like. This isn't a flex, but I have a lot of friends. You know, like a lot of walks of life that I've encountered from high school. Like I have a really core, like solid group of like 10, 12 high school friends, and then move on to college. We have 10 to 12 like really close college friends. Then going on to the NFL and meeting all those walks of life. And then that's only my side. And then my family's big.
Oh yeah.
Maybe 50 people in my family. And then my girl has her entire friend group and her family too. So it's like having to manufacture and maneuver, like, okay, do they get invited? Do they not get invited? Like it's kind of uncomfortable. for
No,
me.
I mean, I feel you on that. I didn't invite any of my nieces and nephews because it was like, I have 7 siblings, 8 siblings, 9 siblings.
10.
So it's like once I started inviting one, it just
The domino effect.
the numbers multiply. Who do I
Oh.
pick over those? So I just was like, no nieces and nephews, and I think I ended up offending some people as well. So you
And
can't make everybody happy.
it's to the point where I'm closer with a lot of my friends than I am with some family members.
Mhm.
These are people I talk to almost weekly, daily. Some of them family members you may talk to, you know, Christmas and Easter, you know, type of thing.
And let's
So
like
it's
let's give it a buck too. Like at your wedding, you want it to be a celebration, a party. You know what I mean?
For
You
sure.
don't want people just standing around
no hell.
judging other people.
No, we're gonna get funky. We're gonna get groovy, and it's we kind of came to a conclusion, my fiance and I, that we don't want to meet anybody for the first time in our wedding.
Yeah.
So like handing out +1s, we're kind of been stingy with those because I don't want you bringing a date that I've never really met. I want to be like, oh hey, nice to meet you. Welcome to my wedding.
Oh, by the way, I'm trying to enjoy myself.
Yeah, like I don't want to have like an awkward small talk with somebody that I don't really care
I think you guys are on the right page.
for or about. So that's got me a little tight. That's what we could talk about a
It's
little.
a time of your life to be selfish. Let's be selfish.
It is. That being said, it is approaching the end of NFL offseason.
I know.
Training camp is around the corner. Guys are starting to trickle into their respective camps. It's a big time for the NFL, big time for these players. And then we talk about training camp. Like a lot of people, and myself included, at times would think training camp is the worst part of football, you know. But it's also the best time in a way.
Yeah,
You know,
for
so
sure.
there's some give and take there. Do you have any whether it's tidbits or advice or experience about when it's time for training camp, like what do you like to do prior to, or just what's your mindset going into training camp?
My mindset is just like you get as ready as possible. Like right now, me personally, I'm getting ready for it in a sense. You know, I'm not on a team right now, but I'm feeling dangerous. Like I'm in shape, I'm strong. But there's a period of time where it's like you reach that moment where you're in shape, you're feeling good, and you need to take that little bit of time to yourself, mentally unplug right before you're locked in, right?
Once
So
you're in it,
like
you're in it.
once you're in it, you're in it. And so like these last couple of weeks, it's like, okay, I'm feeling really confident where I'm at, trusting your preparation, but also like I need to find a way to unplug with my family, with my friends.
Because you're gonna be away from them for a few weeks during training camp,
And they know during season, like you're all in. So like, you know what I mean? Like the young guys who are in it and who are doing the right things on a day-to-day basis, like trusting your preparation, but also let's not get burnt out those first couple weeks. You know what I mean? Those the first couple months of season. So like take that time and make memories in these next couple weeks to where you can feel good about, you know, camp.
And I think camp and the mini camp, the OTAs leading up to the mini camp, leading up to training camp is extremely important. You know, you may not want to go to training camp because it is long days, it's hot, blah, blah, blah. But like, that's when like team chemistry starts to form. That's when like team identity starts to form, like a mindset, and like we build a foundation, right?
Yeah, communication between the mic and the nickel, like that. Between the mic and the nickel, between the mic and the safety.
Right.
Yeah, it's like
hearing voices and hearing guys make calls, make checks, like that's super important because you got to familiarize yourself with who you're working with. Because on the field, when it's 70,000 screaming fans and the bullets are flying, it's third down, like you have to be able to communicate, even if it's like nonverbal with a look or a hand signal. That's going to be very important. All that starts at training camp.
Yeah, and I'm in OTA's minicamp. Like as a vet, I'm gonna be real. I don't think is as important. I think that you're getting most likely better workouts to where you're at and your home state with your own trainer, personalized workouts. I think that is more important, just to keep it a buck as a vet. For young guys, you know, communication, you know, team camaraderie. I'm not gonna say OTAs is a complete waste of time. I think there is a lot of benefits to it. However, for me personally,
you're good.
Give me a week or two.
It's cool for you.
And I'm going to just over communicate everything that I know. Like I'm going to be blurting everything out, and you know, whatever sticks. So like,
I would agree.
I feel like I can, you know, selfishly miss.
Well, yeah, but you've been doing this for a while.
Exactly.
You know, like I think when you first got to the league, when you were a rookie, second, third year, before maybe your second deal, right? It was very important to be present, to show up to these OTAs, to prove yourself to your coaches, your teammates, the front office. Like, this is a guy we can rely on. This is where accountability starts to take shape.
But then, like, once like year 6 or 7 came rolling around, I'm like, man, I'm actually getting in worse shape now. You know what I mean? I'm like,
for sure.
I'm flying back and forth on these plane rides every day to go see my family, my wife now, my kids.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, can I miss this? Is this the same defense that we ran last year?
Yep.
Are these some of the same familiar topics?
Yep.
Like, okay, I generally know what I'm doing.
I've seen arrow slant for 20 years.
Exactly. 3x1, you know, down a distance. Like we know the drill. So
away from three, don't get beat inside.
And like I said, I'm not big enough. I'm not bigger than the team to where it's like I know that I you know, there's certain things I still need to work on as a 12-year vet. You know, I'm not saying that there's not. You know, you always got to work.
Yeah.
But OTA mini camps, you're just installing a bunch of plays that you're never going to run. You know, like we can get into the weeds.
It's really a time for coaches to evaluate like the bottom half of the roster.
Yeah.
Right?
And so for a young guy, it's a totally different situation.
Mandatory, in my opinion. Like showing up and again proving yourself and being committed and being on time. Like that's when the coaches be like, okay, we need to either focus on this guy a little more, or this guy's good. Let's focus
for a year 6 or 7 defensive end or defensive tackle with you know 10 plus sacks a year. I'm not too sure how much. I think it's actually detrimental to their health.
100%. Or if you're a 10-year guy that that just got paid maybe, and you just had 6 sacks last season and a couple picks and played well for the Minnesota Vikings, but you still show up to OTAs. That's just the kind of guy you are.
Right? And I'm over here talking like I've made every single OTAs that when I was on a team. Obviously, these last 2 years, I haven't been on a team during that period, so I have a lot to say about it because I'm like, man, I feel freaking great.
100%.
But every time I was on a team, I was in the building.
A sad time because you realize this is the healthiest I'll be on. Right? This is the best I feel. My knees feel good. My back is intact. My brain, I can think clearly. Because by week 5, 6, like everything starts to kind of like not shut down, but you're starting to feel these things a little bit. Mm-hmm. That being said, you kind of touched on it a little bit. How important is it to take some time right before the season starts? Right as you prepare all summer, you prepare all spring, but like those 4 or 5 days leading up to training camp, is there a routine that you have? Are you still working out? Do you kind of just take full time off, or like how do you go about getting your body?
Yeah.
Your mind obviously needs to be ready, but your body in particular.
The things that I can think about during camp that are gonna like be bothering me, like physically, my feet, my legs, and various parts of my bodies that get caught up in the mix, whether that's hitting linemen or, you know, making tackles. Hands, fingers, you can't control that, right? My feet and my legs, though, my legs, I'll stay on the elliptical for a little bit, or like I get off of my feet because I'm gonna be on my feet plenty.
And cleats are the worst shoe you could wear.
Wearing cleats,
Football cleats in particular.
those first camp days,
detrimental to you.
it's just like your feet are gonna be hurting the first couple. Like you have to build that. So it's like there's nothing really you can do. You know, just buckle up.
And while you're in training camp, are you focused like solely on yourself, or like kind of what's that mindset? Are you paying attention to position battles? Are you paying attention to other positions? Maybe not even outside the defense, because you're a little more tuned in with the defensive side, but the offense side, if there's like a big quarterback battle or there's a big wide receiver 4-3 battle, like, are you paying any attention to that? Or is it mostly like, I'm here to do my job. Let me focus on the defense. Let me get these boys right, because all the other stuff is not really, it doesn't really affect me right now. Like, I'm going to need to rely on these guys at some point. But for training camp specifically, where's your focus mostly?
I think I'll see some. I think I'll like notice. Oh man, like as I'm chasing somebody, they make a move or like they make a catch. As like I'm on the field, I'm like, oh wow, that's a really good player. He made a great play. Man, this guy's been consistent. I'll notice things like that just as a natural As I'm a natural scout. You know what I mean? I feel like I can scout better than anybody, to be honest. However, I saw a little bit in our guest too before. You know, we'll get into that later. Anyway, but man. Before, dude, me during camp, before we go through walkthroughs, before we go to practice, I'm over here looking at my notes. Do we make any changes? Am I carrying 3? Yeah. Am I having a certain communication with a lock, or maybe we're banging a zone? Like these are the things that I'm looking at before I go to walkthroughs, so I can be as loud as I can be, as confident as I can be. That way, people are settled down.
For sure. That communication piece is so important. Being able to be on the same page.
And I just feel terrible. And it's I'm going to make mistakes. But it's like, I feel awful when it's like, I'm not as crispy as I need to be. And, you know, you're going to have those days, but like, you're going to not worried about anything else.
You're going to get beat physically. It's going to happen no matter how great you are.
I'm always worried about myself.
You can't beat yourself mentally. No. Once you start making mental errors and they start compounding and you make the same mistake twice mentally, that's when coaches are like, man, I can't trust this guy. And that's really about how getting on the field. You might be more talented than somebody, but if they can't trust you to do the job consistently, they're going to put the guy that they can trust that might be a little lesser of an athlete on the field, because they know that guy's going to do his job consistently.
And I'll tell you somebody who I can trust. You know what I mean?
Drum roll, please.
Through the thick and thin. Out of Detroit, Michigan.
E-Will the Thrill. Put him away. Well, looking tan. Damn, you been in the sun?
I've been playing volleyball.
Looking good. I see that. You got a nice little bronze to you, brother. You're glowing. Welcome to the show, man. How are you doing today? What's going on?
Doing great, man. Doing great.
And you know, you're our first guest, so obviously you're special in our heart. But you know what I mean?
For sure.
It's only right. It's only fitting.
We got mad love for you, man. And just before we get started, just so proud of how far you've come from when we first met you back in, man, what was your first year?
2017.
2017 at Eden Prairie.
Eden Prairie.
in the
dungeon.
Boot camp.
The dungeon.
That was awesome meeting for the first time. And first impressions always, you know, kind of last in your brain. And
before we get started though.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Is there anything that's got you bent out of shape?
Oh, what am I doing?
Bent out of shape.
I apologize. What has you tight right now? Anything that's coming to mind, or are you just living a good life?
Are you just so damn positive that you can't think of anything that's gonna bother you?
Yeah. What's got me bent out of shape?
My oranges aren't organic enough.
Anything that maybe the package hasn't arrived that kind of you wanted to tick you off.
Maybe you ordered a pack of bananas and they weren't as organic as you thought they were.
Maybe you gotta go to training camp.
Honestly, you were onto something. I literally this morning. I'm like, just a quick breakfast, grab and go. And so I typically always have some fruit, like some oranges, some apples, some pears.
Yeah.
And
I don't know the pears.
A brand new bag of apples, Honeycrisp, my favorite. Honeycrisp is
Honeycrisp are great.
They're top tier. You know the S tier, A tier.
You like to hear about Honeycrisp?
Honeycrisp, S tier. Yeah.
Did I teach you honey? Did I put you on honey?
I don't know.
I feel like I did.
I might have put you on.
Because you were on the Granny Greens, right?
The granny greens. I ain't had them just since like high school.
We'll push those to the side. We all to the
All right,
side.
go ahead, go ahead.
It's the bigger and better. Bigger.
So what happened with the Honeycrisp?
So what happened with the Honeycrisp is I take it out of the bag. It's got one of those little brown soft spots on it.
It's not good.
I move on to the next one. Guess what it has?
Not another one.
Another one.
Oh no.
And I've only eaten one apple out of this whole bag. I might have had it for 3 days.
Oh,
So was it too organic to where it was rotting quicker?
They were organic. And I don't know. Maybe it's like when you have stuff. I've seen a thing like if you have this next to this, they don't like mesh well.
You put your
I've-
fruits all like a basket.
I've
right?
had the apples,
enzymes,
the oranges,
it's
the
like-
pears,
Okay.
some onions. Maybe the combination didn't work out well, but like
So
3 or 4 of them had a big old spot, and I had to just toss them.
fair enough. Well,
Yeah.
let's get into a little bit of football talk. You know, you're a football player.
Yeah.
Some would say a football star. You know, and you play now for the Minnesota Vikings. You kind of play for a few teams.
Yeah.
You started with your career with Minnesota.
Started with
Vikings.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
You're currently on Minnesota.
Mhm.
You've played for some division rivals. You play for the
Mhm.
Packers.
Mhm.
Can you? Is there a way that you can compare the two organizations and maybe in terms of they operate, maybe the fan base, maybe the life around just the city?
Yeah.
How has your experience differed from or been the same with in either place?
Yeah, I'd say definitely blessed to be Minnesota for sure to start out because I've been on some other teams and not every team operates the same. Like it's not even close.
Nope.
So Minnesota is a great.
It's a great benchmark
organization.
too, as far as what you expect out of a team,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. Like our locker room was great. The facility was great. Even at like my first year in Eden Prairie, like that was still a great experience.
For sure.
And then once we got the new facility, it was like, what is this? Like we living in a mansion. for
No
real.
excuses now.
Like no
We
excuses.
got everything we need.
So they treat you right. They do everything. Like there's no missed corners.
Right.
And then Green Bay is very similar. Like I think a big thing is they don't have an owner. So all the extras go right back into the players. Like
Nice.
anything you need. I remember going out of there, it seemed like I was stealing or something, but I was like, I need some waters. You put a few extra waters in your bag.
Yeah.
And the nutritionist came up to me. He was like, I could just get you a case of water, right? And I was like, word? A case?
No,
And so literally he came, he got a little trolley, got me a whole case.
Oh, that's love.
Put that thing on my shoulder, and like anytime you need a whole case of water, you can just grab it and go.
Awesome. And I guess one more question before we kind of move on. So you started with the Vikings, you're now on the Vikings again. You started with Mike Zimmer as your head coach, now
Mhm.
Kevin O'Connell as your head coach. Can you maybe give us some insight as to maybe just the differences between those two? And maybe you don't have to say who maybe preferred to play more, but just kind of compare and contrast the two experiences playing under two different coaching staffs for the same organization.
Yeah. I think we've all experienced both. And for me, I think the biggest thing is just their personalities is totally different.
Totally
Like,
different.
they're both great coaches, but their personalities and how they portray what they want, like how they need it, is totally different. Like I feel like Zim was like it's kind of like a given, like of what you're supposed to do, and
And you're not gonna get any props for doing what you're supposed to do.
yeah,
He's not gonna like make a big deal about it, anything.
For sure.
This is what you're supposed to do. This
Right.
is what you're here to do.
right. It's expected.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
Which I kind of like to a certain degree.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like just a standard is a standard.
Yeah.
Sure.
because I think I'm kind of built that way, where like I don't need someone always pepping me up. Like I'm about that business
here.
regardless. It starts with me. Like I gotta have that self motivation. But not everybody's like that. Some people need that extra urge. But Zim, if you need that extra urge, trust me, you're gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's interesting as well because they're two different side of the ball coaches,
Mhm.
head coaches.
Yeah.
Sim was the head coach that was the defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
AOC is the head coach who I want to call him the offensive coordinator, but he plays a big role
For sure.
in the room. And I
Sure.
always feel like defensive coordinators, just from my experience, are a little more pessimistic maybe than offensive coordinator. Maybe not as jolly.
Yeah.
Defense coordinators are known to be like grimy, like try hard, just like no nonsense, kind of stern. And OCs are more like happy go lucky and trying to get everybody on the same page. And,
Yeah.
trying to make everybody feel good so they perform at a better level, I guess you can say. So I do think it's interesting that you've been able to see kind of both sides.
Mm-hmm.
And going even further, now that training camp is around the corner, I just asked Eric this, but what is your kind of like pre-training camp routine? Like as you start approaching camp, I think you go in what, like 2 weeks or so?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Before say next week, are you going to continue pushing yourself physically up until training camp, or will you also take some time to yourself and maybe go home and see some people and kind of unplug, as Eric was saying, before training camp gets going?
Yeah, I'm definitely. I mean, I've been training for what since OTAs. That's training hard. Like, yeah. And then we get with Akil, and you know how Akil trains you. It's like we're moving, you know, you lifting, you running. Like, I just ran the hills yesterday. Like, I'm in shape. Like, especially yesterday when it was like, I think it was like 1650s up the hill. And like, I'm going, and as soon as I come back, I'm running. As soon as I come back, I'm running. And I was like, I'm good. I feel good. Yeah. Like, halfway down the hill, I'm not even breathing hard anymore. So a week prior to training camp, I'm definitely gonna take some time off, like dial it back. And that's not just doing nothing, right? You're still working out, you're still moving around, but it's not just like balls to the wall conditioning. Like I'm already conditioned. Like now I'm just like touching up on stuff, definitely doing just a lot more position stuff, just to be in tune with that when that comes about. But yeah.
Also, you just signed a new deal. Congratulations. Yeah, got 322.5. That boy, you
Man, let me have a quick E-Will story, man. This guy came into Minnesota, undrafted free agent. I mean, we know how hard it is to make it in the league, undrafted, let alone drafted, you know? So he came into a linebacker room with me and Anthony, drafted first and second round. Obviously, we had Ben Gideon in there.
Yeah, Ben was drafted the same year.
We had a great
E-Man on that.
We had a great linebacker room full of vets, high draft picks. You know what I mean? Like the whole nine. Our defense was insane. And this man comes in, you know, all jolly and like I said, things are strict, you know, as far as Minnesota goes. But this man comes in all jolly, smiles on his face, you know, running around with his head cut off. And I remember versus the Bills, bro. I'll never forget this. Versus the Bills in the preseason.
I remember.
We're out of the game already, and this boy is in there, and he's flying around. First of all,
4.3 speed.
He made a lot of mistakes. Let's get it. Communication was not at a premium. You know what I mean? Missed assignments were at an all-time high.
Yeah.
However,
I remember this game.
However, he was finding the ball, bro. He was getting around, running, tacks, and our coaches were so mad at him for messing these plays up. And I remember them being like getting on him, like, "Oh man, you got to do this and this and that and that." And I'm over here like. It's like, oh yeah, you made that tackle. So it was just funny, like to have that, like, and I like the dynamic because like the coaches are hard on you, so the players in the locker room lift you up. Like, you know, it was a good dynamic, and you made that squad, which was like you earned it, and then you really never look back. You know, you were a special teams ace for a long time. You became the swing backer. You know what I mean? When Anthony got hurt, you stepped in and was all out, and it was like. I'm like, bro, this guy's gonna play 20 years in the league.
If he wants to, you can do whatever he wants.
He has the same skill set as all of us,
100%.
except for he's been like kind of hiding out on special teams, which is nuts. And now look at you, it's like came
your team this year. Yeah,
it's nuts. Like
it is wild.
Now you signed the new deal. You have a little bit of now financial security, but also like security with being able to some consistency with one team, right?
Yeah.
Kind of have signed a couple 1 years.
You're bouncing around.
How does that feel knowing that okay, like I'm wanted, right? These are wanting to prioritize me, and I'm going to be a key cog in this defense that is a super fun defense to watch.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's a blessing.
It's fun.
How do you feel like you got to be so like proud of yourself, or are you just like not satisfied? Obviously not satisfied, but you still want more for yourself. But like just kind of take me through like your mindset, having signed a new deal, having a little security, knowing you could take care of your family a little bit, like and coming from where you came from, coming undrafted, like. What does that feel like?
Yeah. I think what you said, like, you can never be satisfied, what you do. Like, you always have to have a chip on your shoulder. I mean, that's just how I grew up. Kind of made it out the mud. And so it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Like, I don't take any day for granted. Like, it's an honor each and every day. It's a privilege each and every day. And I come to work like that. Like, and I truly love ball. I truly love ball.
Everybody knows what they're going to get out of you every single day, which is like why I love training with you, why I love being your teammate, why everybody feels the same way about you because it's not manufactured. It's like actual authentic.
Yeah. Yeah. I love ball, man. So now that, I've got a longer deal, which is it's I'm going to year 10, and this is the best deal that I've gotten.
Which is like
Biggest contract.
Usually you go on year 10 in the NFL, like for myself personally, it was like, oh, 30 years old,
The same.
like they just stop trying to pay you. And it's for the opposite for you. You know, it's like, no, like I still got it. It's in the bag, it's in the tank. You see my film, you see my tenacity, you know how I show up to work every day. Now it's like it's a given. Like, you've earned it. It's awesome.
Yeah. It's honestly it's interesting because it comes full circle, and now I'm playing my best ball. It's last year was year 9.
Everything's moving slow.
Everything's clicking. Like,
come on,
I played in this system, boom. You know, in Flo's defense, you move around a little bit.
Play ball.
So
And-
athletic ability.
Man, it's so fun. It's so fun.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but when you came out of Cincinnati, I think we talked about this maybe a few years ago. You kind of mentioned that you were a little bit, for lack of a better term, a little bit of a shithead, like when you were in college. You know? And
I want to back it up to Northwestern.
yeah, what's the back
Yeah, you can back it up.
Because
And I mean that in like the best way possible, you know?
Cincinnati was his second college.
And we could laugh at it now because of how successful you've been.
We
But,
do laugh at it.
you know, you said that you were skipping class and being late to meetings.
Yeah.
At what point did it click that, okay, I need to focus and lock in? And was that as a result of you realizing you had a chance to go to the league, where you're like, okay, if I want to have this long NFL career, something needs to change? And was there like a certain moment that changed, or certain like situation that the lights just went on and they were like, you know what, I have all this ability in the world. If I could just get my mentals on track and I be focused and not be so like sporadic, I can do something for myself and provide for my family. Was there any like light bulb moment that occurred to make you feel that way? Or was it just kind of like a gradual, okay, let me start changing my habits a little bit?
Yeah, I think it's definitely it was a habit change for sure. Because I think everybody, you know, have had that moment where it's kind of like you think of college and you know you want to party and play ball, and at Northwestern, you also have to do school. Yeah, are you serious? Yeah, it's like an Ivy League.
We spent class together our freshman year, which was a blessing.
We were locked in
because
for 2 years.
it was like we had someone that like knew each other's schedule, knew each other's workload, what we got to do, assignments wise. So it was a blessing. But
It is so.
Northwestern, not easy.
It was no, it's not easy. It's not easy. So that was a wake up call. Like, no, I gotta get my stuff together, bro.
For sure.
And so I went to Cincinnati, and I'm like, all right. And then I started to, you know, meet with my coach one-on-one, like in between classes.
Mentorship.
And yeah, he was a great coach.
Mentorship is vital. Like if you don't have mentors, you have nothing. Like you have anyone you can lean to or trust or talk to or hold you accountable. First and foremost, like you have nothing. Straight up, essentially for men.
Yeah. So my grades got up at Cincy. You know, still enjoying life and whatnot, but my priorities were more in line. Like I started eating more healthy, you know, and I feel like I always had that true belief that, oh, I'm gonna make it. I don't know how, but you know, I'm gonna make it some way, somehow. Yeah. And so I think what also helped me is I played Will. I played Sam, I think my sophomore year. Started at Will my junior year, and then started at Mike my senior year. So yeah, I played every position. Yeah, so I think that's definitely what helped me in Minnesota too, because I had to play, like you said, swing backer, and I'm playing Mike, Will, Sam, anything. Like every game, I got to be ready.
Like I could do that now. Like I've been doing a couple positions now, but like early in my career, you couldn't tell because I was a Mike, like through and through. And it was like I'm like looking at you like, damn, like you could just switch over like that. Like
that's really.
I didn't have to. I had a luxury of like I don't have to think about that. I could just lock in on my position, which helped me. But at the same time, it's a tremendous skill to be able to like balance all the positions.
Now that you're in year 10, what do you think has allowed you to stick for so long and to now be a vet in this in the league where it's hard to make it past 3 years to make the past word? And now you more than doubled that. Obviously, we talk about your work ethic, your diet, your mindset, your positivity. Would you attribute all your success to those things, or is there anything maybe more that we don't know that you can be like, you know what, this is something that helped me push me over the edge, and now I am a 10-year vet. I'm secure in myself. I'm comfortable with myself, and I can start, helping out young guys as well.
Yeah, I think it's just loving the game, bro. Like I truly love the game. Each and every day, like I was showing up with a pure passion for the game. Like I remember when we were in training camp before practice, we were just playing catch.
Right.
I still do the same exact thing in a day. Like I'm seeing who's out there early, bro, and I'm playing catch. I'm grabbing the ball. In warm-ups, I'm holding the ball.
Caleb's an insanely fun game.
I've been doing that since college.
Yeah.
First thing I do on the field is like play catch with somebody.
Mhm.
I still look for that to this day.
Yeah.
And like me, you had a good solid run.
Bro.
You get out in a hurry because that was my warm up before the warm up.
Yeah, you're moving around. You're
Get your head
ball
straight,
skills.
center, and then I'm like, okay, now I'm jogging out. I might be sore. Okay, it's loosening up.
Yeah.
I catch a ball, throw a ball.
Yeah.
It's fundamental.
Yeah.
And
You know, all types of
and
angles.
when that ball comes to you in the game, you snag
You're
it.
ready for it. Yeah. You get an extra 1,000 catches a week just by playing catch for practice.
I do want to hit this segment with you. We call it quick hitters. You know what I mean? Where we just give you rapid fire questions. You give us rapid fire answers. We're all hitters here.
Okay.
So let's get some quick ones in.
Let's go.
You know what I mean? What stadium is better? US Bank or Lambeau?
US Bank.
Ooh,
US Bank.
I like it.
Yeah. Why you was playing?
It's rocking every time. You know when the game is about to start.
It is rocking. The pyrotechnics, the setup around everything, the build up, the
Scullers in the soul chant in the World Cup and all the stadium doing the soul chant. I'm like, we got Mexicans, Koreans, we got Swedish people doing the soul chant. This is tough. This is in the world by soul.
Like I don't care how you're feeling. When they start that chant, your blood starts flowing. You get ready, regardless. Like most of the time, I'm ready, but when that going, I'm juiced up now.
All right. Who has the better food? Green Bay, Minnesota.
Minnesota. Instantly.
Facility wise,
I don't have to think about it.
Good things about Green Bay's facility, like they try to get you enough, and it's like,
But it's try.
but it's
They try. The thing is, no, listen. At Minnesota, you can go, you can get whatever you want.
Customization.
However much, it's a la carte.
they do my
In Green Bay, you have to go on an app and order what you want, and it's in a plastic thing under a heater.
Oh yeah, no, it's not it.
You can order 2 of them. You can order 3, but it's like
process.
yeah, it's not customized. How do you want?
Facility wall suits. Minnesota is a great food.
So they do my dietary restrictions like when I was playing for the Vikings. So it would be like even if post game, if they had food for everybody, they would have my separate, which I thought was like completely unnecessary. So like that's how they do it there.
Yeah.
So it's like it's awesome.
Green Bay would do that too. Like if I'm like I like this instead of this, they'll do it for me without even asking.
I got one for you. Mercedes or BMW?
BMW.
The boy owns both now.
I have both.
Contract.
My first car after my first I'm gonna get this was the 95 M3, the E36. And then we, build it from the ground up, changed the brakes, the wheels, the suspension, engine, swapped it right here in this garage. And so that was a great experience.
Who has the better recovery resources, Minnesota or Green Bay?
It's like the same. I'm looking at it. It's like the same.
I heard good things about this. It's like this is a good comparison.
This is a good comparison.
It is.
They're both 2 top tier organizations.
Uniforms.
We're looking at
Uniforms. Minnesota.
So very
Some
Green Bay
tough
might be
ones.
the green.
But
You guys
Minnesota.
Lock.
Minnesota.
Get your uniforms right. Get your stadium right. Your food. My God.
Better traditions.
Traditions.
Lambeau Leap or Skull Chant type of traditions.
I like the skull chain, but the Lambeau Leap is lit.
It is lit.
It is lit.
I like
I leaped off a celebration of somebody else's play, but it was never like I was like scored and then I got the Lambeau Leap.
I like playing in Green Bay personally.
Yeah.
It's a dope stadium. I'm not saying
It's
it's
a great stadium.
no shade, but
It's great.
It is.
I don't know if I want to be.
who has
My home
who has the better women?
Better women. Minnesota. Minnesota. There's not a lot of women in Green Bay. There's not a lot of women in Green Bay. No, but I'm saying like the population, there's not a lot of people. And if you step outside of Green Bay, guess what? There's no like incognito mode.
Oh yeah, you're
They're saying a big black dude, and guess what?
I know what you do.
9 out of 10 times, you play for the Packers. It's like you can't go anywhere. You can't go anywhere.
There's no place to step into
Yeah.
seek to play with the team.
Yeah.
well. That's enough for the quick hitters.
Yeah.
We started talking about the Mercedes versus BMW. We got a Mercedes that you built on the table for me that I'm gonna keep. So don't even think about taking it. However, let's talk some cars, bro.
Yeah.
I love cars. You love cars.
Loving it.
Like Tell us about your car collection right now, and whatever you're willing to share.
Yeah.
What got you into it?
How many cars you have?
I have like what I'm willing to share.
Yeah,
I have like 5 or 6. I have like
What do you you know how to
5 or 6. 5 or 6. I had to count them up.
maybe 7.
Let's see. Maybe 7. Honestly, maybe 7.
Have I influenced your cars lifestyle?
I would say you've influenced my car knowledge and like kind of fueled it.
Okay.
I've seen you with all your cars.
You've always had a flamer.
For a while, I would come out here and just get Turos. And I'll get the M4, the gold M4. I remember.
You had a Mustang one time. You was driving.
I had the Mustang, the drop top. And I'm like, why get all these? I can have my own. And so that's when I got the E36. That's when I got the, what was after that? I think the Z06, the C5 Z06, gray car. I mean, honestly, out of all the souped up, it's a 2003, bro. And it drives just as good as any brand new car.
That's a LS1 right there. What's in the Z06? LS1? Supercharged or how?
No, it's not supercharged. It's NA.
I think it's LS1.
It's got like 450.
Yeah.
450 horse.
Same
6-speed manual.
same engine as the Camaro right here.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
I heard this story and made a rumor. I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but is it true that you purchased some cars on auctions? And is it true that there was maybe an accidental click of a button to where you purchased a car on an auction, you didn't even think
I didn't even think.
purchase it, but next thing you know, you're getting a notification saying we need payment for this vehicle? How did
Yes.
How you get a brief look?
I think we were in Miami for EK's birthday.
Bro, can I tell the story?
Yeah,
And I think it was me.
but you bought
Was it Neil?
It was me, you, Daniil, Byron. It was a bunch of. It was all car guys.
Car guys. And I'm like brand into the game.
And he's like, man, like, and we're like, well, you just find a good deal, like, just go to the auctions and look for one. And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, we're like, well, there's all these websites. There's Cars and Biz. There's Bring a Trailer. We're like showing him all these websites online that you could just bid on cars. And within an hour, he has 3 bids on cars.
Yeah, that's within that hour. Dinner's over. I'm at home. I'm on my Airbnb couch, nice Airbnb in Miami or whatever.
Good.
And I'm like, oh, this is nice. And I'm like, ooh, like brand new Ferrari. It's only at $1,000. Okay, I know it's not gonna go for $1,000, but I'm like, it's just fun. It's a thrill. And then this car, that car. I might have put 10 bids out there. I'm not gonna lie. Might have put 10 bids.
And I'm like, bro, you're tripping, like, I'm like, bro, you have 10 bids out of cars right now. Like, what if you win them all?
Yeah.
Right?
And I was like, I could, like, I would be hurt, like, but hey, I could sell them.
But
Get my money back.
At this point, it was like fun. Dude.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was like, it was fun.
It's Monopoly money.
Yes.
So-
It is.
Bro, he gets a call, and then he's like, hey, you've won a car.
Yeah.
And he's
it
like,
was like,
hey, you won a bid.
it was a random phone number, and I'm like, hey, what's up? And he's like, hey, congratulations. I'm like, what you mean? He's like, you won. I'm like, I won what, bro? He's like, the car. I was like, what car? He's like, off of Cars and Bids. I'm like, Cars and Bids? I don't remember Cars and Bids.
didn't know what
Like,
Cars
I was on so many auction sites, I didn't know what Cars and Bids was. I looked up, and it was the E36 95 M3, and I was like, you know what? I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
No.
It was. I would be blatantly honest. It was for $15K.
Yeah.
It was a steal.
It was a steal.
Like, people didn't
How
like
much
it
was
because there was like, no, it was
13.
15.
So were you like excited to win, or were you kind of like, oh shit, I just want a car?
At first, I was nervous because I didn't know how much it was that I won for.
And this car,
Yeah, I didn't know.
this car,
Been on like 10, 15 different bids.
You might have a couple drinks,
Yeah,
That's how
dudes vibing.
and this car is like this is a classic car, obviously, and it's known for what it's known for. But you've done some special stuff in this garage to this car.
Really special.
You want to go over the list of items that you've upgraded with?
Yeah. So at first, it was some BC Racing
Coils.
coilovers.
Where the
Then, basically like just springs.
Shocks.
Yeah.
there we go.
And then
I caught my labors.
some BBSs, those are wheels.
Wheels,
I
DBS
got
coils.
some
Wheels over here.
Willwood brakes.
Okay.
And to be honest, like suspension, wheels and tires, and brakes.
Yeah.
As far as upgrades for car, in my opinion, for old school, those are your 3. Like, obviously, everybody wants to go engine first, the way you did it was the correct way.
Ground
You
up.
always go ground up.
Ground up.
Tires are the most important thing.
Sticky. We got some sticky.
Brakes, suspension, right?
Yeah.
That's how you're gonna drive on the road. So go ahead.
Yeah. Then we got some sticky tires, and then our boy Carter, master mechanic, real friend now. He was nervous because once we did the ground up, I was like, "Let's go rip the canyon. Let's go to Angel's Crest. Let's go to Angel's Crest." And y'all were so nervous because I don't think y'all seen me drive a manual car.
But it was
like through the canyon.
But also, it was the first, like, it was your first. Like, usually there's a
Oh,
break-in
yeah.
period.
It's like, yeah.
We put all this stuff on the car, and you want to break it in and see how, you know, it performs. Like, oh, so the brakes work? Or is there something that's loose that we need to tighten?
Max out immediately.
This boy was golfing, and we were like, bruh.
It drove great. It drove so good.
We did a good job.
We had a fun time. And then we're like, okay, that year's done. And then we're like, what's next? Engine swap? In the group chat, engine swap? Question mark. I'm like, what's an engine swap? Well, how can we just swap an engine? And then, you know, there's options. I remember we thought about doing a BMW,
It was the
a later
SCC5.
version.
The SCC5 is from the E92 M3, which is a high revving 8,500 RPM engine. We were thinking about putting that in, but there was no kits or no one had really done it before. So it was kind of like that was going to be more expensive. It was going to be harder. It was going to take longer. So it's kind of like, let's do something that people have kind of done.
And then we were like, LS1? Nah. LS3? Yeah. So we did that right here, man, and it was awesome. It was a fun gig, to, you know, to hang out with the boys.
Yeah.
Got the front end off, the bumper off, the hood off.
This is my favorite thing, working on cars with my friends, or just enjoying cars. You know, we got Anthony's Benzo back here,
Which is really clean.
which is nutty.
So the whip.
22.
Well, moving from the cars to other interests of yours, you know, we talked about your love for fruits, healthy foods.
Yeah.
I also want to touch on your other athletic abilities because I'd never seen you play a sport that you're not good at. Whether it's
Pop shot,
bowling, pop shot, pool, table tennis,
volleyball,
pickleball, beach
golf, decent golf.
I mean, golf.
Decent.
What is it about you and just like picking something up and just being so good at it? And what is it about fruits and vegetables that really just does?
Yeah. You know, it's like we'll start with the fruits. I mean, I had dinner last night.
Before I cut you off, I'm sorry. Because I invited you to a barbecue one time at my house, and the people bringing, you know, ribs, burgers, hot dogs, you know, potato salad.
It does every time.
You brought like 2 whole watermelons and like
Yeah.
looked like a farmer's market worth of fruit to the grill.
Yeah.
And honestly, the crowd went wild because we needed some balance.
It was a hit.
I needed some balance, and I was like,
I knew that.
never have considered doing
Yeah.
this. Yeah. So when did that love for fruits and vegetables start? And let's give me a little insight on that.
Yeah, I think we talked about changing those habits, and I figured, you know, what an easy kind of cheap way to, you know, better your diet than to just do some fruits and veggies.
From the ground.
And so from the ground up.
From the earth.
And it's refreshing, it's hydrating, it's good. Or you're eating, it's like a little snack. You just, especially at a party, you just keep coming back, grab a little orange, grab a little watermelon, you know what I mean? So even now.
Would you rather lose your thumb and pinky, or never have fruits and vegetables again?
Christ.
Bro,
That's a game.
easy.
Those are important figures.
That's the
You
most.
like boys?
Hell yeah.
Just have the fork.
That's crazy.
No,
You can still keep that.
back to the birds.
I'm keeping my fingers real. I'm keeping my fingers, yeah.
And what's your favorite fruit?
Favorite fruit?
Number one.
I will gladly fit the stereotype. Watermelons. Watermelon.
Elite. Especially
I had it
right
for
now.
dessert.
Summer, incredible. A good watermelon is unbeatable.
Unbeatable.
You put it in the refrigerator for a little bit. It's cold, crispy.
I was at EK's house on 4th of July, and his son who ate like 13 pieces of watermelon and stacked the rinds up to build a little watermelon pine tower. He was so proud of that thing. And then like soccer came on, he's like, "Oh, soccer!" and just completely put out that. Yeah, these are future fruit.
Yeah,
for sure. Fruity.
Show them a couple, you know, cantaloupe,
100%.
you know, papaya.
Dive
I got
into,
her that here.
dive into your love for just all these athletic feats that you read.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think that just boils down to me being very, very competitive in anything. Right. I can make anything into a competition.
Right.
I went on,
Little
I
side
went on,
quiz. What's your favorite one? Like
Side quest?
like off like the beach volleyball to the bowling to the golf.
Mm.
Like what is
You're an incredible bowler.
Bowling, I
do you
grew up.
find like the most fun in, or what you enjoy doing the most?
Well, bowling's a classic.
Dude, I've seen you shoot 200.
Yeah. It's like, that's the thing out here. There's not that many bowling alleys, but in the Midwest, there's like 10 bowling alleys per like 2 square miles. And so I remember, this is a good like story of like growing up.
Yeah.
Is I think I was like, I don't know, in elementary school or like early middle school. And my mom was in a bowling league with her friends.
Fire.
And so it would be like every Wednesday from 9 p.m. to midnight. And she would always leave, and my nana would watch me. She'd leave. My nana was off. And I was like, Mom, like, I want to go bowling. She's like, no, you have school. I'm like, Mom, but I promise I'll go to school on time. You have no problem. Like, I'll wake up fine. Like, and then one day she was like, all right, let's see. And then, you know, I was good. Like, I would wake up, no problems. Like, I would have fun. I would bet her friends on some games. Like, he'd be like, I bet you $1. You won't make this spare? I bet you $1. I'm like, bet. I don't have $1. I go get the spare, and that was great. I had like a SpongeBob ball, a rocket power ball.
Oh, so you had your own balls earlier.
Yeah, early on.
Ah, that's amazing, bro. But man, I think our time is running short here. It was a pleasure having you on. Wish you nothing but the best of luck this season. I know you're gonna be hooping already. It's all super capital training again. Arrow, we love you.
Thanks, dude.
Peace.
Man, thanks for joining us for Bent Outta Shape. Obviously, follow us on all of our socials. What's our social?
Bent Outta Shape show on all platforms. Again, big thanks to E. Will for coming up, hanging out with us for a little bit. That was a great conversation. We'll get with y'all next time.
And we're gonna have a lot more guests as well as some film breakdown in the future when season starts. So, holla.
You got me bent out of shape.